I was not expecting to make a video so soon, especially about this topic, but because it's been a growing problem for the art community, I decided that I would make a video about it, talking about why artists are against the meta AI problem, as well as the recent upbringing or upcoming allegations about Cara using AI to model 3D things and such. So if you are not aware of the whole Meta AI problem, uh, Meta Meta is the parent company of both Facebook and Instagram. According to an article on fastcompany.com by Jesus Diaz, quote, Meta has started to mine Instagram images and videos to train its artificial intelligence models on the social media platform's content, unquote. So, taking what you will, it literally just spells it out for you. Instagram is training their AI system with images and videos from Instagram. What exactly does this mean? It means that artists like myself are having their images stolen by this AI so that it can be used and model things. Now, of course, if you're a non-artist, of course you're like, what does that mean? That doesn't seem like it's a big deal. But if you haven't been talking about or hearing about anything AI related recently, AI is literally being used to make art by stealing other artists' art, like actual artists' art and hard work is being stolen to make these new quote unquote AI art images. So, of course, like I said, some of you might not see the problem, but it's literally stealing art without permission from an artist who can be from the ages of 11 to even 64, or how old of an artist you are. Your art is being stolen and being used to train this AI. And following the uproar of the knowledge of Meta using this AI system, there was a way to opt out of it, to block the AI from actually stealing your things. It was putting in there's a video on it. I'll probably show a screen recording of it, but there's this video that was talking about how to opt out of it so that your AI images aren't being stolen, or you can request your art or account not to be scanned by this AI. And following days of this video, or a few of these videos being on Instagram, or Meta, if you will, Meta decides to make it harder for people to find this form so that less people can fill it out. I myself have tried to find this form. I could not find it because it was moved so that people could not easily sustain this form or fill it out so that their art can be used, or their images and videos can be used to train this AI. Now, like I said, you might not be as worried as artists are and being like, hey, it's not a big deal, it's just AI, what's it going to do to me? But as an artist who has worked on their art for 9 years, just to have it stolen by an AI system so that it can be used to make art that is not, like I said, is a mixture of everybody's art, but it's using our art without permission. And of course, we can't do much about it because the platform is owned by Meta and they can do whatever the frick they want to it. But us artists are being pushed down and put away as if we don't matter at this point anymore. It follows the same fact that there are AIs taking jobs of many other people. If you haven't seen online, there's also AI writing scripts and AI writing movies and such. But as a person who, to be 100% honest, is not technologically savvy and grew up on minimal technology, even though I am Gen Z, I know nothing about how to use a laptop and I have to look up things all the time because I grew up on one of those old computers that needed the whole PC thing on the table. I grew up on one of those. I never had a laptop until recently. And it's something that not a lot of people think about, that AI is slowly going to consume us and not allow us to do any work. And we are only going to be maintaining the AI. And this might be a weird thing to bring up, but have you ever, if you guys have ever read the book, I Have No Mouth But I'm a Scream, it's not a book, it's a short story. I love that short story. It is incredible, and it captures every emotion I feel about AI. I'm gonna be 100% honest, because as a human, and as humans, we are capable of creating things that are incredible. Like, they're full of emotion, they're full of so many things. But an AI will never be able to replicate that type of emotion, unfortunately, because it is only programmed to do what it's supposed to, and nothing more, nothing less. Sure, you can replicate the human brain in a computer, but it'll never be 100% human, because it's just a computer and it's just being told what to do by its programming. And that is something that I have always thought of when it comes to AI. It'll unfortunately never be human as much as it wants to be. It can never be human because of certain things. Now, this might be getting a little too deep, which I 100% get. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about how AI is destroying the art community. But that's really about it that I have to talk about this, because AI is destroying the art community. It is stealing people's artworks. It is claiming that it is 100% like human art. A lot of people are stealing artwork by using AI artwork to be like AI programs to generate art, to then say that they made it by themselves, even though all they did was put in a little prompt in a little like search thing, and then it happened. Because they do not understand how much time and patience an artist goes through just to finish a drawing. Now, I'm gonna scooch over a little bit and talk about the Cara situation, since that is something that has been coming up a lot on my For You page and stuff. And I had to do a little bit of research. I had help from people on Instagram, which I will show their show their accounts right now to credit them for helping me. But I will be talking about the Cara situation now. So if you do not know about the Cara situation, Cara is this new app that has recently been getting traction in the art community about how it's an account for artists by artists. That's what it says in the App Store, how it's marketed. It's an app for artists by artists, and it has recently grown due to the fact that there's the whole meta AI thing, and that AI is no longer being tolerated by artists, which is valid. A lot of artists are just fed up with the whole AI situation, and it's hard to find a platform that is not supporting an AI scan to train AI, which unfortunately Twitter is also a very big culprit of that, and it is also interfering with a lot of artists' communities. I'll put the screenshot up on the screen, but this screenshot is basically the whole talk about the allegations of Cara and how it's using AI. I will read a little bit of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will skim and scan it, So on the screenshot it says, along with its lies about no AI, the app also has zero protection for users who deal with stalking and harassment. After looking into how their block features work, it's disgusting and easily allows abusive people access to their victims without allowing the victim to have any protection whatsoever. For those wondering, Cara has a deal with a company called Hive AI. Supposedly, this is what they use to find AI art that is being posted, but many people have mentioned that by using this, especially alongside an in-app glaze feature, it's effectively training this AI to read glazed images. So basically what this is claiming is that Cara is using the Hive AI that they've made a contract with to read glazed images, which, if you don't know, glaze is a certain platform or thing that artists use to cover their art so that AI cannot read it, and it's covered in code. I use it for my posts on Instagram recently. I don't use glaze, but if you haven't seen a video of mine, there is recently a new feature on IBIS Paint that helps you put code decryption on your art so that AI cannot read it and decode it. So thank you, IBIS Paint, for that one. I really appreciate that. I've been using it recently. It actually does work pretty well. But besides the point, Cara has these allegations now, and what exactly do these allegations cause? So what a lot of artists are worried about is that Hive might have the ability to use users' information or posts to make like generative models and train their algorithms and such. I was just sent a screenshot from Reddit, a link to a screenshot from Reddit from one of the people who has helped me for this video. And the creator or like moderator of Cara says in the first part, we use an AI detection service for AI detection purposes. We have never used our user data to train AI models, never planned to, and never gave third-party permissions to do so. Defending human artists is our purpose. Why would you make up lies like this? It is very important to keep that in mind, that that is what Cara has always made their point, or like that's what they've always like stood for. They've always stood for defending human artists, and this whole allegation of them using AI to train algorithms is very contradicting to what they've been saying, which is honestly very odd. But I also have another screenshot that thankfully a person sent to me about Cara's contract with Hive and what Hive actually does when they do have a contract. Right here it says, customer grants Hive workers a limited, non-exclusive, revocable at any time at customer's sole discretion right to use the customer content as necessary solely for the performance of the content tagging under the applicable service agreement. Customer reserves all other rights and interests, including, without limitation, all intellectual property rights in and to the customer content. Hive worker will not use, except as required to perform the content tagging, or disclose any customer content, and will use all reasonable efforts to keep the customer content confidential. Upon customer's written request to Castle Global, Hive worker will destroy all copies of the customer content and results of the content tagging based on such customer content tagging results. So what that basically says is, hey, Hive doesn't use users' content or information to do this, and they do not have the right to steal such information, because if they were, they would be going against the contract that they signed with Cara. Not a lot of people know about that information or have done enough digging in on Hive, because artists have been wary about AI. It's understandable to be scared when it comes to AI. And I am also wary about AI. I personally do not know how to feel about Cara currently, because these allegations could rightfully destroy what they've built. There are over 500,000 users on this app now, and it could just all go away if this allegation were to be true. I personally do not think that they are using an AI to like steal art and such, but it is interesting to see how many people immediately jumped on the train, because I was one of those people. I was like, hey, why are they using AI? But then once you read about it, it is very difficult to personally look through things manually, and the only right way to use AI is to defend human artists and not have AI steal things from them. If what they say is true, if what Cara says is true, and they are using AI just to scan and make sure that other AI and AI art is not being used in this platform, that means they're using AI in a correct way. And they are using AI in a very safe and sound way to help and support artists. Because there are two ways to use AI. There's the way to steal and to generate art from stolen pieces of like art and using it to train systems and such. But then the other way is the actually safe and logical way, to where everybody has their own privacy, and we make sure to kick out anybody who is stealing such things. Think of it as like the way to stop plagiarism, you know? How teachers in schools use an AI to read an essay that a student wrote to make sure that AI wasn't used to write this essay and such. So it is important to keep that in mind, that there are two different ways to use AI. And if Cara's like claim and use of AI turns out to be very true, that means they are using AI the proper way that it should always be used. And if it were to be a lie and Hive is actually stealing everything, like all the user data and all the content from Cara and the users of Cara, it would be very counterintuitive to what Cara stood for and would immediately lose almost all of its fan base, is what I can say. So it's very important to keep in mind that you must do research. And after I immediately jumped on the train of, hey, what if Cara is actually doing this? I stopped myself. I read the comments to the post that I made. And I took a deep breath and I was like, hey, we need to make sure this is true. In this day and age, how do we know any information is true at this point? So, of course, this video wouldn't exist if I hadn't done research. So I will thank everybody who has given me screenshots and sent me information to base this video off of. I am actually very thankful to them, and I will be like putting their Instagram users so you could go follow them. They're all artists as well, so please go support them. Artists support artists here. But yeah, personally, I will talk about like my own opinion now. Do I think Cara is bad? I cannot say. To be honest, it is skeptical. It's good to be skeptical when you talk about like new platforms that could have AI on them, especially after what many artists have gone through nowadays and having their art stolen just to train an AI system. It's very difficult to say where I stand on this. I will be weary about many things. I will be weary about posting my art in other places as well, because as much as I love posting my art, the idea that I risk my art being stolen can sometimes put me off to the point where I don't even want to post anymore. And it's hard to actually want to post anything knowing that my art is most likely going to be gone. Now, I will be wary about Cara. I recommend you be wary, but I can't control what you think about Cara or about Instagram or about Meta. So if you don't care about like the whole Cara allegations and want to keep using it, go ahead. You can. I'm not stopping you. If you want to like stop using Cara because your information might be stolen, you can stop using Cara as well. I want to sit by and finish, or like let the allegations finish coming out, so that I could also keep my research and probably do a follow-up video to this about this situation, so that more artists can know about how Cara is actually working and such. So again, thank you to all the people who helped me with the research and the screenshots and all the information, and I will also be putting links hopefully in the comments or in the description to where I got the Meta AI information from, like the article that I read and quoted. But yeah, that's the end of this video. If you noticed, I used an old like speed draw because I didn't have much to do. I haven't drawn much, especially because I've been working on commissions, and I don't like showing commissions publicly because it's not really my place to show them. It's more of like, hey, this person paid me for a drawing, and I don't know if they want me to show the drawing that I made for them. So, like I said, sorry for like the old speed paint, and I was rambling for quite a bit, but yeah, that's the whole situation that it is now. Like I said, I'll probably do a follow-up video if more information comes out, but that is basically all that we have right now. And hope you have, whoa, I struggled on my words right there. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.
Wait. So after editing this, Cara made a response to the allegations. The main response was about how the rumors of them allowing Hive to steal images are obviously false. This is easily supported by the evidence I showed in this video about the TOS that Cara has with Hive. A lot of people have started to defend Meta and their AI system, which absolutely grows. It seems that the people who refuse to use Cara are starting to just defend Meta. Like I said earlier in the video, if you don't want to use Cara, you don't have to. But you are ruining it for the people who want a safe place to post their art. Like I said in previously as well, I will keep using Cara now that the response has helped clear things up, but I will be wary about any other platforms. It seems now that we have to continue looking out for each other as artists. Thank you, Cara, for the response. Now, that's the end of the video. Sorry for the sudden text-to-speech. I was rushing to add this in. Thanks for staying until the end, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you in the next one.